Okay, so today we're going to be talking about adjectives. We've been over nouns, we've been over verbs, so now we're kind of starting to pick up a little more. And so what an adjective does, it's a big long word, sounds kind of funny. It's just a describer. All an adjective does, it's a part of speech that tells us a little bit more about a person, place, or a thing. And so like I said, it describes a noun or a or a pronoun, I guess. And it just answers a question. So, like I said, an adjective, it just describes, tells you more about a thing. So if I said the red sports car, and if I just said the car out there in the parking lot, well, there's 30 of them. I don't know which one you're talking about. You have to give me a little more information. Which car are you talking about? So if I said, well, the red sports car out there, then you could look. It's not going to be as many red sports cars out there. You can probably figure it out at that point. And it would be just the same if, it could be a number. It can relate to anything, any kind of descriptor. How many cakes did you buy? 12 cakes. I don't know who would buy 12 cakes. I don't know what we need them all for, but that's how many we bought. How many cakes did you get? We got 12 cakes. I was at the store. I had to wait in the line. Well, they say what kind of line? How long was the line? It was a long line. So it could be what kind, how many, which one, there's any kind of descriptor can work as an adjective, as long as it's tied to a noun or a pronoun. And so you can have multiple adjectives sometimes strung together, and so at that point the rules kind of get weird about whether you need a comma or not. It's honestly pretty simple. If you have two adjectives and it's just something easy like my old gray cat, you would not have a comma. If there are three adjectives or more, you would have a comma, because then it would start to get kind of a list. My old gray cat, we could say that kind of quick, but the flaky, delicious, homemade biscuit, something like that, just back to back to back, you're gonna have commas separating your adjectives. Because flaky, delicious, and homemade all refer to biscuits. They are all adjectives referring to the same noun, so we have a comma to show that this is not just a random jumble of words. They're all adjectives. They're all connected to biscuits. And so like I said, I just have a couple for practice. Remember, this is adjectives. It's connected to a noun or a pronoun. So we have the tasty cake was devoured quickly. Like I said, watch this video. I'm gonna assume you have some paper. You're reading along. You're writing out. You're gonna work it. But tasty is going to be our adjective here because it's describing cake. Number two, we have the hot coffee burned my tongue. And coffee is our noun. Burned is going to be our verb, but hot is what kind of coffee. And then, like I said, number three, we have my dog Tank had yellow fur and a big heart. We got two adjectives right here. I kind of threw a curveball out there. Yellow is telling me what kind of fur Tank had, and then big is connected to heart is telling me what kind of heart he had. And so that's it. Like I said, that's several adjectives in action. Like I said, it can be which one, how many, what kind, who, any kind of descriptor, anything like that can work as an adjective.